is for yadayim, hands, and Resh is for raglayim, legs. So if you have all your parts, you're a wealthy person. That's my own question is this. On one hand, you're saying that there's a mismanagement of wealth and like too much settles into obtaining wealth is not a good thing. It's needed to avoid it. But on the other hand, we need money to live, and by that same token, a poor man is likened to a dead man. And I know myself, I've had financial struggles. I've known married couples who had financial struggles. I don't have a mortgage and 10 kids and tuition to pay. But I've seen it where not have the opposite, where not having enough drains a person with, and it's me worry, I've had anxiety about it. It's like I couldn't develop myself more fully because my energies were taken up by just having to make ends meet. Where's the balance here? So what, I'm just interested in your comments, what about for people who are genuinely struggling and not because of mismanagement of money?
It's a real hell that people are going through. I mean, it's like poverty is like a war of an unending war of attrition against people, and we see that poverty has been one of the main torments of the whole Galus. We see that the state of Tikkun was only in the time of King Solomon, where it says in the Book of Kings that silver wasn't even taken into account because they had so much gold that silver was lo nechshad, it was not considered to be even important. And as long as we are in a situation without the Beis HaMikdash, everything is exile and everything is torment and torture. It's a real torment and torture, and the Torah that we've been learning tonight doesn't provide an instant medicine for genuine poverty. I think the medicine that this mimer is giving us, not how can somebody who is living below the breadline, man, what should he do? This is a Torah for the people who are not living below the breadline but still think that they are impoverished. And we live in a culture that always makes people think they don't have enough. This is the whole advertising culture has, and all of the social pressures to which it leads. It means that people are constantly trying to impress others. They're constantly doing things which they feel they have to do so that they will not fall down in the eyes of others. I mean, take a typical example in the Torah community. It happens time and time again that one of these parents with 10 children has to marry a child, and it comes to discussing how the marriage would be celebrated, and it is unthinkable for people today to celebrate a wedding the way weddings were celebrated 200 or 300 years ago, wherein somebody who had a double room in their home would have maybe 20, 30 people celebrated. That would be the whole wedding simcha. And people think that you can't have a wedding with less than 200 people, and you can't have a wedding without this band and these flowers and this, and so it goes on. I mean, it's crazy. There are people who are supposedly living below the breadline who feel compelled to buy jewelry for the kala and compelled to buy a gold watch for the chosn, compelled to get a shtreimel, compelled to get this, and it's all because of these ridiculous social pressures. And Reb Nachman is appealing to us to return to a saner state of mind. And again, I say there's no solution here to the people who are literally struggling with all of these issues. I mean, it's mamash Gehenna for people. People who are in danger of losing their homes or have lost their homes, who cannot see how to have lost their jobs. It's mamash a Gehenna, and there's no simple remedy by learning a mimer of Reb Nachman to overcome that. It doesn't actually get the person a job. It doesn't get the person what he needs to pay back the repair, etc., etc. But my intention in learning this mimer tonight was to try to hear from the sanity and the wisdom of Reb Nachman some of the guidelines that could help our culture return to a more emes way of life. How that will be, I don't know. It's a lot of work to bring this over to people, but even with this so-called poverty in Israel, for example, we live in a culture of waste, which is also part of this. I mean, the area where I live in Yerushalayim, the Mea Shearim area, is considers and does contain people who many of whom are living in a state of poverty. So why do you allow food to be thrown out? Why do you allow why do you allow the culture of waste that says that after kids have pulled open their snack that they can throw half of it away with the packing on the floor? Why we need a whole new education in the ways of appreciating our mammon, because we are in a culture that is got these exaggerated attitudes towards mammon. It's all to do with education. I think if we had Reb Nachman as the source of education in the schools, we'd be doing better.
I couldn't agree with you more, because if people network to make parnasa, why can't the kosher restaurants network to save what they're throwing out?
They do. They have it in the
food kitchens.
There are. I mean, a good.
There's a mosque. But there's a mosque.
Tons of food. It's a big event. How could they do something like that?
They do.
And it's a dvar mitzvah. And at the end of the wedding, tons of food goes into the garbage.
No.
You can feed a whole.
There's a mosque that come and collect the leftover food.
They do?
Yeah.
And
There are such things. There are arrangements that a good caterer has an arrangement with some moister that the extras go to them.
So,
but at the same time, there are also examples of waste.
so the bottom line is Hashem gives free choice at all times. We could do anything we want. We could destroy ourselves. Where's Hashem in all this? Like, yeah, I mean, like people are saying, "Oh, Hashem did this financial breakup to teach us something." You know, that's an approach. People are saying these things. On the other hand, is it free choice? Is it just our greed that did everything? Or is God trying to tell us something? Or is God in it at all? Is it just us?
It seems like that the world today is so complicated and meshed. Reb Nachman made a statement to that effect. Reb Nachman said that the Ribono Shel Olam is now running the world like filigree. Filigree is the art of creating beautiful silver vessels which have thin strands of silver that are woven together. And Reb Nachman said that the Ribono Shel Olam is now running the world like filigree. It's all woven together. You could say that many aspects of this situation that we face today were definitely caused by human beings, caused by governments, caused by bankers, caused by policies, caused by things that very possibly were designed to bring about such a collapse. But also King Shlomo says, Lev Melochim Biyad Hashem, that the hearts of the rulers is in the hands of Hashem. And Hashem, only Hashem can orchestrate this huge complex thing, because I mean the global, the economy today is truly global. It's because today there is a recession in America and in Europe, that is having an effect upon China's ability to sell steel and Russia's ability. So everybody is getting into this, although not everybody at the same rate. But only HaKadosh Baruch Hu could orchestrate this. And it's one thing for the little elite of insiders who are able to survive stock exchange crashes and other things. The people above the sort of danger line, they may manipulate whatever they may, but the emes is that the entire effect of all of this is all the work of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it's our choice whether we wish to gain musar from this or not. It's our choice if we wish to respond appropriately or not. And I think we can also be part of the influence of Hashem by people who realize the things that need to be rectified, will become Hashem's emissaries and ambassadors and talk to